Irishman with a brilliant comment here. He says, if Yang plays like that when his bird is here in Scotland, we should be giving her a deal in the summer, which is obviously
That's the Lagerbielke contract. No, it wasn't Lagerbielke, was it?
It was Starfelt.
Starfelt, that's right.
Starfelt, that's right. But it's obviously reference to the fact that Brendan Rodgers said that Yang's girlfriend is over at the moment. That obviously
spring in his step.
He scored his 4th and 5th goal of the season yesterday. Not to take it away from Yang, obviously, it's all, his improvement. But I think, again, Keith, that underlines just how good a coach Rodgers is, in a way. It's another player
100%.
He's come on leaps and bounds.
100% correct, Daniel. It's what he does. But, and again, to flick it back to across the city, I don't believe there's been any of that going on under Clement. In fact, I can guarantee you that there's been no individual training or attempt to single out a player and tell them, what they need to improve in order. That just did not happen. And Brendan Rodgers is the complete opposite of that. He's a guy that can't get on the training ground for enough time. If he sees something that somebody's missing or that can add to their game, he'll sit them down, he'll talk them through it, he'll improve them. And what a brilliant thing that must be for any professional football player when you go there knowing, this guy's going to make me better.
Aye.
I just need to take on the information. And Rodgers has done it time and time and time again. It was start of this season, I was raving about the improvement that you could see in Liam Scales. It's been, obviously, he's not getting the same amount of game time, but he's vastly improved. But, I've mentioned Maeda in the final third. He looks like a different player from the one that first arrived under Ange Postecoglou.
He's a killer now.
In terms of his composure, his numbers, whether it's assists or just his clinical edge to his finishing, that's transformative for him because he always had the energy and the pace and he'd get about like nobody's business, Duracell bunny. But the quality that's now been bolted onto his game in the last third in the crucial areas is incredible. That's Brendan Rodgers as well.
Yeah,
it's what he does. And you look at Yang, and I thought they were real. I mean, we were laughing, I think, for the second leg against Bayern Munich, saying that I think somebody had suggested that Yang might start that one, and it was kind of laughed out of town a little bit. But I did say, well, do you know, I thought when he came off the bench against Bayern in the first leg at Celtic Park, he made more of a difference than Jota.
I stood out a bit, aye.
And I thought, whoa, there's signs, there's something there. And previously I'd struggled to see it. But again, you've got a manager there that makes players better. Yang looks better and better by the week right now. And you can tell as well, happy domestically, his girlfriend's there, but there's a confidence about him.
Aye.
And it was almost like when he came onto the pitch, he knew he was going to get the chance to make a difference.
Yeah.
And he took it with both hands again. So, yeah, it's just everywhere you look around Celtic, there's a happy, good news story.
Well, the other one,
the complete opposite at the home of the rivals.
Aye. The other one that I wanted to just quickly touch on, Keith, because time's against us, is Engels. A lot of people writing in, Henry Fulton here saying Engels is becoming top drawer. Maestro saying Engels played the McGregor role. Hatate came onto the game. Every time I see Engels play now, I just think he's a Rolls Royce. He's an absolutely brilliant footballer, and it's mad to think it wasn't so long ago people were questioning the fee that Celtic paid, and was he going to turn out to be a dud?
He's young boy with a massive transfer wage on his shoulders, coming to a new environment, a new club, a new way of playing, a new league, and I totally accept that it did take him a little bit of time to really find his feet. I think when he first came in, it was obvious. You had a look at him and you thought, this boy's got everything. Yeah. This boy has got the lot. And Celtic may have got themselves a snip at £11 million.
Aye.
He then went through that period where it became hard work for him. And where the conversation was for a while, well, it's McGregor and Hatate. And who's the third wheel in there? And whether that was going to be Bernardo, whether it was going to be Luke McGowan, that was the big decision, and it was on a sort of game-by-game basis. But I tell you what Brendan Rodgers did, he kind of stuck with, especially in the Champions League fixtures, Engels was, the guy that got the nod.
Aye.
I think in almost all of them. And that tells you what Brendan Rodgers could see in him. And I completely accept and agree with anybody that's saying his game in the last, what we're talking, maybe month and a half, just seems to be just going up through levels. And yeah, I liked him in that McGregor role. I liked what I saw of him dictating from the middle of the pitch. He'll have learnt a lot of Cal McGregor, of course.
Yeah.
But if Celtic, McGregor's batteries are going to run out one day, But Engels, it might be interesting. Is he going to be the natural successor, just as McGregor was to Scott Brown?
Aye, I think